Hi, Aries. This is Terra Queen Jamila. And as promised, I am back with the Will We Ever Get Back Together spread. Okay. So this is going to be for the Aries, for people out there that are Aries that are wondering if they're going to get back with their ex. Okay. Now, God only knows what I'll see in this reading. Okay, so we're just going to kind of go with the flow. I am listening to a 528 Hz healing frequency. It's to enhance the vibration of appreciation, inner peace, and love. And anyway, happy Monday to you guys. This is why I'm closed today because Mondays are very hectic. I don't even like to I don't even like to call anybody outside of my house on Monday. Monday is kind of hermit day for me. So yeah, and there's a reason for that. But anyway, I'm gonna call to spirits and spirit guides, Aries. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you want a private reading or if you need any spiritual work done, cleanses, healings, and other stuff, money spells, love spells, the link to my website is below. And if you want to donate to the channel as well, you can go to my website and donate, okay? All right, so this reading is probably going to spark a lot of emotion. Spirits want us to do it. It's very important because there's a lot of people. Let's just put it this way. I can sense the negative vibrations from the Screw Your Gravity readings that I just recently did. So there's a lot of people that are just deathly afraid of letting go of their exes, and it's just, you know, and it's not that they're getting a lot of thumbs down or anything like that, but it really for people that are still very attached to Leos, I sense a lot of bad energy around people that are still attached to Sagittariuses, as well as people that are still attached to Tauruses. Okay, so just a lot of negative energy surrounding that, and including Cancer. So there's a lot of people that are still very, very attached and they won't let go. So they're angry. And I can pick up on that energy and process it. In fact, I'm going to do a special reading for that today. So make sure that you subscribe. Aries, you guys are always first. So we're going to we're going to call to Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael for protection. Okay, because sometimes it's not the love that's keeping you holding on. Sometimes it's a bad energy. Sometimes it's demonic. Sometimes it's a bad energy that's keeping you stuck on that person. Okay, so I'm gonna call to the spirit guides, ancestors, for the Aries. What was the real reason for the breakup? Okay, so that's gonna be card number one. Um, Okay, what should have been done or said but wasn't, which led to the breakup. So we're going to take a look and see what was the reason for the breakup, okay? How does your ex-partner really feel about you in this situation? Okay, what are the chances of Aries getting back together or staying friends? And what is the best course of action for you at this time? Okay, now I'm going to come and talk to you guys about staying friends with your exes, because that's what I've been getting. A lot of people, in particular for the Sagittarius reading, there's some people, they're just like, oh, well, oh my God, why can't you just be friends? And it's like, hun, this is for, that's not, so I've got to explain what those readings are for. So, yeah. And if it doesn't resonate or if it's inaccurate to you, you know. So anyway, this is going to be for the year of 2018. We're just going to make it for the whole year, because typically relationships take a long time. People are not usually popping back and forth, switching up every 5 minutes. There are some people that are. Okay, and so anyway, I have your answer. Okay, Aries. What you got was the Faith card, or either the Hierophant. What was the reason for you breaking up? That's a huge card to get in that position, the Hierophant. Very, very huge card to get. I feel like the reason for the breakup had something to do with either an elder didn't like the person. Perhaps it was your father that broke the relationship up. It may have been a difference in opinion. You guys may have felt differently about certain things. And then also, I will tell you that I do feel like a lot of you, there were spirits. Something was happening spiritually that caused the breakup. Okay. It may have had something to do with the spiritual religious faith, Aries. It's some kind of difference in the way you guys was raised. Okay, but the faith card does show that you had major issues, and then also being that it replaces the Hierophant. I'm gonna ask the Hierophant to, just because usually the Hierophant is revealing some kind of esoteric secret. So I'm gonna ask what that is today for the Aries. Okay, so again, the Six of Wands. And the reason why I say again, because this has something to do with family. It has something to do with, again, religious beliefs. Okay, oh, you're, playing with crystals and you lit a candle in your house, or you put salt around your windows. And I'm sorry, I can't deal with that because of my religion, because I'm a Christian. So there was something that was involved with that. They didn't agree with, possibly, you know, maybe it was even your family. They didn't agree with your inner circle. There was also maybe a group of friends that they weren't being accepted. That's what a big one is. A lot of you Aries, your friends didn't really accept your partner. And so that was a problem. Now, how does your ex feel, Aries, about getting back with you? The Ten of Cups comes up. So they actually do want to get back together with you, Aries. Obviously they still have a lot of love for you. You may have children with them. Maybe you have children together with this person. Um, they are too busy, however, like they're literally sacrificing the relationship for something else, for either their family. What I'm sensing is a family member saying, hey, don't do this because it's bad on the family, and they literally listened to it. So that's got to be a tough situation is what I'm seeing with that. How does your ex-partner really feel about you in this situation? The Ten of Cups, they do want to get back with you. Now, I will tell you that a lot of y'all have more than one ex. So listen, if your ex has made it clear that they don't want to be with you ever again, if it's one of those exes. And so I'm going to ask spirits, which ex is this? Okay, just give Aries some clarity as to who this person is that wants to get back with them. Because, and then also how a person feels don't have nothing to do with what they're going to do. It don't have nothing to do with what they're going to do. Feelings are nothing more than feelings. So I don't want to give nobody no false hope. Okay, because they made you an ex for a reason. Okay, so this person that you're dealing with, I'll lay out 3 cards for you guys to give you a clue as to who they are. This is for the Aries that either have a earth energy, either a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. Okay. If you have an air sign, that air sign possibly does not want to get back with you, and they just want to know that they got power over you. So if it's an air sign, they seem to be ready for the situation to be over. So it's going to be different for, that's why I didn't really want to do this reading, but I feel like it'll still help people. And I feel like if it's an earth sign, they're sort of, because I can see an earth sign. Some of you have an air sign that's your ex, and some of you have a fire sign that's your ex. If it is another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, then more than likely they probably do want to get back together with you. You just may have to ask them. If it's an air sign, I would let it go. You know, even if the air sign wants to get back with you, you can't trust them. They're betraying you. Okay, they have a potential to betray you. If it's an earth sign, they do want to get back with you, but they're going through some changes. Okay, so they seem to be the one that's first in line. Now, what are the chances of you getting back together or staying friends? And the Temperance card comes up. So for 2018, I would say that the Temperance card would represent, Temperance represents having patience. So it's a very good chance of you, but spirits are saying that it may come off as a little codependent. Some of you that have codependent exes that you don't want to get back together with, they are actually stalking you and won't leave you alone. So at the same time, simultaneously, I can see some of you Aries having a very codependent ex-partner, and they just insist on being in your life for some reason, even though it causes problems in your everyday life. So I will tell you that I can sense some of you Aries people that some of you Aries lovers in particular, if it's an air or maybe even a fire sign. Spirit, give me some clarity on Temperance. See why I told you guys that. Now see, these cards fell out, the Six of Swords and the Sun card. So some of you have a very good chance of being friends, and that's all it will be. So there's some people that will be codependent and they'll say, well, why can't we just be friends? But you know that they cause problems and they have a lot of issues. And a lot of people are like, well, why do you just, because sometimes people have an agenda. That's why. That's why. That's why they want to still be friends, because they have an agenda. Maybe they just, so some of you, that's all that it would be for some of you. For others of you, there is a good chance that you'll get back together. I'll say give it another 6 months. I'm predicting for a lot of you Aries that uh, some of you will get back with your exes in, I would say, about 6 months from now in 2018. So I feel like a lot of you, you will get back together with your ex. Okay, in up to 6 months. I feel like Temperance is telling you to be patient. What is the best course of action for you at this time? The Page of Wands comes up, represents communication. Aries, if you want to get back with your ex, you need to call them and say, hey, you want to have dinner? You know, or I've been thinking about you for a while. Can we talk? You need to contact them. You also need to get some clarity. You need to communicate, because right now what you're doing, what a lot of people have a tendency to do is they'll stay in limbo for years after their ex, and then they'll look up at the age of 50 and say, where did the years go by? So, you know, yeah. And, you know, there is a chance that if you remain friends with your ex, that it will keep you from being able to move forward. There's a lot of people that, you know, like for me, I know that I don't want to be intermingled with my significant other's ex. I'm not interested in that. I don't want to do that. Okay. Now, if he has, if there's children involved, which you can clearly see that there's children involved. Okay. Then there is a difference. I feel like family gatherings, I feel like people should get along for the sake of the children. Okay, but if again, the person, like, I haven't had that experience with my ex at all. Okay, so there are some of you that have these beautiful, wonderful relationships with your ex. Congratulations. Everybody doesn't have that with their ex. And not all of you Aries do. And I feel like the Hermit is saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me three times, shame on all of us. Because, I feel like with that Ten of Swords coming up, this is where somebody totally betrayed you, tried to ruin your life. And you're going to get back together with them? Like, no, you're not going to do that. Like, you got to have, like the Strength card is saying, have a survival instinct. You can't just allow people to tear you down. Duh. Okay. Spirit, give me some clarity on that Page of Wands. Okay. Ten of Wands. So what is the best course of action at this time? And I feel like the Ten of Wands, now for the Sun to show up in this reading as well as this card, I'm sorry, there's some of you Aries, for some reason, you have family that doesn't want you to have a significant other. They don't. Your family just doesn't want you. And more than likely it is your father, because that's why the Sun card comes up. Father interference. Your father's the one that's interfering in life in general. Again, all fathers are not positive. There are some fathers that are very narcissistic. There are some fathers that you have to go no contact with. There's something going on with that within your family. So we're going to throw one last advice card at that Ten of Wands. Spirit, give me some advice on the Ten of Wands. Okay, Queen of Coins. Again, Aries, I feel like the one that you probably will get back together with, or you should get back together with, would be this Earth sign. Now, it could be different for different ones of you. Again, I could see that the Hermit comes up. That's that Virgo again that's coming out, or it could be a Taurus or a Capricorn. Okay, but the Seven of Wands in the reverse position comes up. So you need to really, really, first of all, you need to set up some boundaries for the people in your life that's trying to run you and tell you what to do. I can tell that this is something on your father's side of the family. I can sense, your father's sister and brothers and cousins and, mother and father. You can sense that. Seven of Wands comes up in the reverse position. You can tell that it's being blocked, and it's obviously being blocked somehow. So I feel like Spirits is saying to assert yourself. If you want that person, go for it. Why are you going to sit around and wait your whole life? You're going to waste your whole life? Do something. Get up and do something. So I'm sorry, you guys need to hear it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you need a private reading, again, the link to my website is below. And I'll see you guys next time. Blessed be.